Five Truths of Kalyug told by Lord Krishna. According to Puranic sources, Krishna's death marked the end of Dwapar Yuga and the start of Kalyug, which is dated to 17th or 18th of February to 3102 BCE. Lasting for 4,32,000 years, that is 1200 divine years, Kalyug began 5,125 years ago and has 4,26,875 years left as of 2024 CE. Kalyug will end in the year 4,28,899 CE. Krishna had described Kalyug in detail during the Mahabharata period itself. How will people be in Kalyug? How will life be spent? How will people behave towards each other? All this was told during that period itself. Human values and morality steadily will decrease during the Kalyug, and people will grow increasingly materialistic and greedy. Society will become corrupt and immoral, and vices will become more common. At the close of the Kalyug, the world will be destroyed to be recreated after a period of quiescence as the cycle resumes again. Here we will present 5 bitter things told by Lord Krishna about Kalyug which are coming true today. Yudhishthir was ruling Hastinapur righteously after the Kurukshetra war. One day, Krishna visited Hastinapur. Yudhishthir and 4 other Pandavas were having conversation with Krishna. Krishna, now Dharma is dominant. How will Kalyug be? Will Dharma be sustained there from start? How will the life of people be affected in Kalyug without Dharma? Asked Arjun. Oh, it's not that easy to explain. Better let me demonstrate to you all about the life of people in Kalyug. Saying so, Krishna took a bow and stringed 5 arrows and shot them in 5 different directions. Now each of you go and bring back 1 arrow to me. Krishna smiled and asked the 5 Pandavas to go to the forest and also said that whatever you see there, come and tell me in detail. Each one of them went in 5 directions and in search of the arrows. The 5 brothers went to the forest and came back. And what do they tell Lord Krishna? Let's know. Yudhishthir Maharaj saw an elephant with 2 tusks and was very surprised. When he told Lord Krishna about this scene, the Lord replied that in Kalyug, such people will rule who will say one thing and do another, and these people will exploit both sides. Bhim saw a cow who was licking her calf so much that blood came out of the calf. Bhim was stunned to see this and asked Lord Krishna what it meant. Krishna told that in Kalyug, what you saw is how the relationship will be in families. That's how the parents and children relation will be. In Kalyug, the parents will love their children so much that their love itself will destroy the lives, dreams, and the future of the children. People will be so attached to their children that due to such affection, the growth of the children will stop. In Kalyug, people will keep their children tied to illusions and family, and their life will be destroyed there itself. Then God told that your sons are not yours, but are the trust of their wives. Daughters are the trust of their husbands. This body is the trust of death, and the soul is the trust of God. Arjun saw a bird on whose wing the Vedas were written, but it was eating the flesh of a human being. Arjun was surprised to see this. On this, God told that in Kalyug, there will be people who will be called scholars, but their intention will be to make someone die soon and take his property. No matter how the rich the person is, but his eyes will be on the property of others. There will be many people who will be eager to snatch the wealth of the others. Nakul saw that a heavy rock fell from the mountain and even the biggest trees could not stop it. But that rock stopped thereafter, hitting a small plant. Explaining its meaning, Krishna said that in Kalyug, Man's intellect will be weakened. His life will degenerate, and trees of wealth or power will not be able to stop this degeneration. But a small plant in the form of Harinam will stop man's life from degenerating. Man's intellect will be strengthened by Hari Kirtan. Just one call on God's name will help them to achieve peace and happiness in this Kalyug. So do you all understand how hard life will be in Kalyug and how easy it will be to reach for God? Sahadev picked the arrow where 5 wells were situated. One widespread single well was in the center, surrounded by 4 wells. The 4 wells were overflowing with very sweet water, as if they were not able to hold the water, but surprisingly, the big one in the center was completely empty. Puzzled at the sight, Sahadev left for the palace. Krishna explained its meaning that in Kalyug, what you saw is how wealth will be in Kalyug. The poor will live among the rich. The rich people will have massive amount of wealth which will keep increasing and overflowing, but they will not offer a single penny to the poor ones. They will waste the money for themselves as they have more than what they need, but they won't be sharing it with those who are needy and suffering. Just like how the 4 walls were overflowing while the center one was empty, rich people will spend a lot of money for their hobbies, daughter's marriage, festivals, but if they see a hungry person, no one will have any interest in helping him. Money will be spent on the satisfaction of senses, drinking alcohol, eating meat, and addiction. Those who stay away from such habits will not be influenced by Kalyug, but by God. So friends, these are the 5 bitter truths of Kalyug which were told by Lord Krishna, which are coming true today. Krishna smiled at the Pandavas who were enlightened on Krishna's words.